All right. Welcome back to Dunk's Code Traders App. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are doing good. You are having a great time wherever you are. Those who attended yesterday's session, welcome back again. I hope you had a great time yesterday. In the charts, we were here yesterday analyzing the charts after some good 2 weeks without being around the charts, but now we're back. Like I told you yesterday, we are going to be trading together this week, but next week I want to give you this before it's too late. Next week I may not be around. I have a conference that I'll be attending for the whole week. So next week, as we enter September, there's a conference that I will be attending. That means I won't be around. But then the second week of September, we resume until the year ends. Yeah, that's how we're going to do it. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you once again. For those that are watching us for the first time, please make it a point to subscribe. It is the easiest way to support the channel, but also it doesn't cost you a thing. It doesn't take much of your time, just about 2-3 seconds, and you're done with that, and we can get into the rest of the things later. So now that we have done all that, let's now get into our usual routine. We start with a prayer and get into the analysis of gold, boom 1000, V75, and the rest of the assets that you guys want us to analyze. Let's go. Father, we bless your name. We love you. Thank you for the beautiful morning that you've blessed us with. Thank you that we are here for yet another session, another great day that you've put before us to enjoy and be glad in it and be able to make this money online just like you've always done. Oh God, we bless you because we know today is about to be even bigger and better than yesterday. We worship you. We give you all the praise. Thank you for the profits. Thank you for the entry and exit levels you're giving us. Thank you for the wisdom and understanding of the charts. Thank you for the discernment, oh God, that you're giving us to be able to understand which trades we are to take and those that we are not supposed to take. We bless your name. We love you. In Jesus' name, we've been able to pray. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now go straight to gold. Please, there's also no harm in sharing the link to your family and friends and those that you may want to interest in watching or being able to understand trading at all. This is not trading, is not a scam, is a skill. Those that I always teach, I always tell them trading is a skill that you learn. Just the way you learn how to drive, how you learn how to ride a bicycle, you learn how to become a mechanic or become an engineer. It becomes a skill. It becomes part of you. It's a skill. That's the same way trading is. You learn it. You learn a skill, and just like any other skill, it takes some time. You guys go to the universities to study on how to become great engineers, professors, and what have you. Become that very skill that you acquire. There's a time frame for it to become that. Same way, even in trading, you give it time. Some people learn quicker and they make it better and they become good at trading in just shortest time possible, probably 6 months, 1 year. Some others take even 2 years, 3 years, depending on everyone's capability. But it is a skill. I want to let you know that it can be learned and it's not a scam. So if you're here for the first time, don't allow anyone to tell you trading is a scam. You give yourself an opportunity to learn and you'll be able to understand what trading is. Ladies and gentlemen, gold analysis. Yesterday I told you guys that we were going to see a slow market yesterday, those who were here, and that's what we actually saw. This is a slow market right here. The whole of yesterday, the day started from here. This was the very lowest point of the day, and this was the highest point of the day, right about there. So you can clearly see that we had a slow market the whole of yesterday. The whole of yesterday we had a slow market. So what does that mean to us? It means that we are still able to wait for this move. But this is on M15. I don't want to push for that. I want us to first go to daily time frame. We see how actually yesterday closed before we can do other things. Let's first delete all these here. All right, so that is the day. That is how yesterday closed, with it's almost 50-50, so no business there. Price now today has started as a strong sell move, as you can clearly see. Of course, we started with a buy, but then started to react back into sells, as you can clearly see. That week there shows you that the buyers entered first, then later sellers came strong to push back. Now, what does that tell us? We have this resistance up there. We want price is likely to first get up there. It has already mitigated this level, it has already mitigated this previous order block right here. Price may react from there and drop. Price may react from there and drop down from where we are for this pullback, or it might first go right there. So we have to be very keen on what we do next. That is on the daily time frame. Let's drop to H4 time frame and we look at it. Yesterday, remember I told you what I'm waiting for on the H4. I'm waiting for price to give me something like this and then fail. Then we get in with our drop sell like that. That is what I was waiting for. So have we seen it yet? Not yet. It's not yet clear. It's not yet clear for us to even engage. According to H4, price is still failing to break that level. So we may wait for price to break this level right here to drop for this pullback that we are anticipating. Meaning our first TP will be here, right about there, where it broke that level, or this other level as our second TP. So that is what we'll be looking at. But for now, it's still consolidating. It's still not clear for us to even try to engage in entering any sells yet, or even buys. Why can't we buy? Because you clearly see that according to H1, price is looking at sells. It is still consolidating. This is our current higher high. Price gave us a higher low here and failed to break the previous higher low to give us a change of character, but also went back and failed to break the previous higher high to give us a new higher high. That clearly shows you that market is consolidating. It may even consolidate the whole of today, depending on how the day goes. So whatever we are doing right now, I want you guys to be ready for any sells. In fact, I think we might have to use MH1 to wait for this breakout. This is the right way to enter. When price closes below that level, that is your cue to make that entry and sell this asset to this level as your first TP, second TP down below here according to H4. So does that mean that intraday traders and scalpers don't have an entry right now? We can look into that. Let's go to M15 and look at M15. So M15, we are still bullish. Why do I say we are still bullish according to M15? Because this is a breakout structure. This is our current higher high, this is our higher low, and now price gives you a change of character. That means we are looking at the bulls to take us right about there again. It may go all the way up there, and you may have to look for your stop loss just around there. Aim for 1 to 2 and move out of the market. So this is one of those that I can actually enter now. Should I wait for M5 to be above, should I wait for price to be above my 10 MA? I think I can wait for that. A new M15 is about to open. I think it has actually opened. Let me go to M5. Yeah, I think we can actually enter. I'm just gonna wait for just a little more. Yeah, just be patient. But we are going to enter this buy move all the way to that very order block, that previous bullish candle right about there. That is where I'll be looking at taking my TP, and that will be it for now. So I'm gonna wait. Price is likely going to drop to this trend line right here before we can see this buy move. So it's likely going to do this, and then we get to see the buy move to take us right there. So I might have to wait for that for now. So let me bring this right about here and wait for this drop to happen, and just wait for my entry of the buy move. So this might even end up being a 1 to 3. Oh no, not yet. It's still far. So yeah, almost a 1 to 2.5. That is what we'll be looking at as our target. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can wait for this trade right now. I think we can wait for this trade. Okay, may take some time because market is a bit slow. Let's go to Boom 1000. We'll come back to it, hopefully, if it has not moved beyond our entry point. Boom 1000, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you that if you don't have an account that you're able to trade Boom 1000 Volatility 75, you still have a chance to create your own account using the link in the description below. You just go down into the description, you'll be able to see the link where I say for the blocker that I use. I personally, it's what I use. I trade in the same account. I trade all these other assets, all these here. Let me just maximize it here. All these assets, I trade them in one account. Gold, Boom 1000, Volatility 75, Jump 10, BTC, Boom 1000, Boom 500, Volatility. This is what, Volatility 75, 1S, yes. All these I trade in one account. But there are many more other assets that you can choose from. You can go to Delive here. Yeah, it's not connected yet. Let me connect it. All right, so you can go here and you'll be able to see all these assets. All these are the assets that you can actually get into. You can go to stocks. All these are the stocks that you can trade under Delive. You can go to funds and trade all these assets. You can go to futures. We don't have any futures yet on Believe, but you can go to Forex and you can trade all these pairs. Don't think it is just about for synthetics and what have you, but all the major assets and minor assets, minor pairs are involved also. We can go to crypto and trade all the cryptocurrencies that you can think of, and then of course indices, they are there, synthetic indices, these are the synthetic indices, and even the US tech, these are the indices that you know about, they are also included in the indices. The bonds, not really. Yeah, that's it. Those are the assets that you can look into trading with Believe. So whatever you want, you can have one single account where you can trade all these things, and you don't have to keep on switching accounts. You go to crypto, you go to Forex. No, just one single account and you have access to all of these indices, assets. All right, enough of all that. Let's now get straight into Boom 1000. Start from the daily time frame. Let's look at where we stopped at and how the day closed yesterday. So yesterday I told you I'm waiting for this drop sell, but the whole of yesterday it was a bullish day. Clearly from that candle you can see what happened. So now we need to go back to H4, look at what happened. So remember I told you with H4 we are still very bearish. Why? Because this was our lower low. I told you it was going to look for a lower high, and it went all the way to that level, and now we clearly see that sellers have started. You can clearly see the structure of those candlesticks. It shows you that sellers have come in now to push price back. So you can take this as the very first move, just like I told you yesterday. So price is now going to sell massively, probably the whole of today, to drop all the way back to same level of this previous lower low, according to H4. All right, so if you go to H1, we now need to confirm whether we are selling or not. Now, according to H1, I'm not going to tell you that we are selling or not. According to H4, we are selling because of that resistance, but according to H1, it's not yet confirmed. Why do I say that? This is our higher high, higher low. Price has not yet broken that level. So until price breaks this, we have no business. Or until price pulls back to mitigate that order block and starts to sell just like this, then we will be having business with this asset. But for now, I'm not going to waste my time on it to look for any sales as we speak now. No, I'm just gonna hold and wait. Let's go to M15. Let's look at M15 clearly. M15, we've started to sell already. That's a clear indication of sell. Now we are looking for this pullback or mitigation move. It's gonna go there and mitigate that level, and then we can drop in with a sell. So for now, I'm gonna leave this and wait. I may wait until 3 p.m. to see if I can get my own entry. I'm seeing a level here. The price is failing to break right there. According to M15, that is a resistance on M15. So we did not reach it. Reach 50%. So we are going to be patient for now. If it breaks this level and closes below it, then I might look into selling. Then I might look into selling all the way down below. If it fails and goes back there, then I will be waiting for the other sell entry, which will be a perfect one to sell from that level. So that's how I'm going to wait and trade this asset. I'm going to wait for something like that or this. If price breaks below this, I will enter sales. If it fails and goes back up there to mitigate that H1 order block, just like I've showed you there, then I enter a sell on the drop. When it starts to drop, I will enter the sell. But until then, right now, I have no business with this asset. I hope you guys are getting this and you are ready for this also. But that's how I'm gonna be looking into trading Boom 1000 today, and I'm likely going to sell it if it gives me what I need. I told you I no longer rush into selling this asset. I have to be very keen. I have to wait for an A+ kind of setup for me to make this to make a sell entry on Boom 1000. All right, let's go back a little bit to gold. Gold has done it. Gold has dropped all the way to the trend line, but I'm saying it is breaking it. So if it is breaking it, that means it might actually continue with a drop sell like this. Might continue with a drop sell like that and like that. So for now, no business. No business. It might drop all the way down below. So why was go back to M15? I look at what we are going to be patient. We are going to be patient with this asset right here. I told you if it closes below this, I'm gonna be entering a sell. If it closes below this support on H1, I believe so. On H1, yeah. If it closes below that on H1, I'll be entering sells. So until then, no business, no business. It may go up, it may not. So we have to keep waiting. We have to keep waiting. We have to keep waiting. All right, so that's still on gold. Let's leave it on that level and let's now look for. You can see what I was talking about on Boom 1000. It is likely going to go there before we can get to see a sell. So I'm just going to hold on. Yeah. If you're selling Boom 1000, you need to be very, very careful on how you make your entries, on how you wait on these the entries. That's it on Boom 1000. We still have about we're still in time actually. Today we might analyze another asset. Okay, so let's go to V75 and let's look at it. All right, so yesterday I told you guys that we were looking for a pullback here. Probably from there we get to see more buys, or if it closes below this, it might actually drop to that level. I had told you if price breaks this level, that's when I will be looking at my entry for sales. Those who remember, if it breaks that. But also we had this resistance, so I told you if it breaks that level, I'm gonna be looking at buying it. I'm gonna be looking at entering buys. So this is what happened. It broke that level, tested it, and I ended up entering my buys right around there. So it kept on playing games until it failed to break that. When it failed to break that level to give me a break of structure right there, I broke even and let it run
and it took me out at break even. Those of us who are in the VIP group for signals, you know, I had given you the buy move, the buy signal for this level. I had given you the buy move on this level on V75. So it took me out on break even because it failed to break that level. That's why I had to break it even. So what happened later? You can clearly see the price came and broke that level, came down below. This would have been a perfect entry if I was in the market. Why? Because price had given us that and started to push massively into the sell. This would have been the perfect entry, not this actually, not the one down below here. But yesterday I told you I would be waiting for my entry for sales below that level. So either way, we would have entered the sell if we traded early morning. So that would have been a perfect good sell to drop down. You can clearly see the TP has been hit. Those who remember yesterday I told you I'll be looking for this pullback to reach the same level right about there, and if it does close below here, we might as well think of dropping all the way to this level. What is this level? That is the H4. Is it the H4? What is it? It's the H1. It is the H1 order block which was never mitigated. So are we going to see price actually reach that H1 order block? Maybe, maybe not. But it's a maybe. It's a maybe. Why? Looking at H1, this is our change of character, so price is likely to pull back right around there. It's likely to do this either to 50% or 51.8, 61.8, and then drop here, and then we get to see this buy move coming again. So that's what I'm going to be waiting for now. That's what I'm going to be waiting for now. So this I can delete, this I can delete. This is still in play. If it breaks that and continues, we are going to be seeing that move. We're going to be seeing this move to hit our target. That is where I told you I'll be looking at the buys to come in. Alright, now that we know all this, if I get to see a change of character on M15, I might as well make a move to buy, because I've already told you we are likely to see this pullback move, which can even not be a pullback. It can easily continue according to yesterday's analysis. This was the analysis to push us all the way back, all the way to this level for our overall TP. So what will I be waiting for to confirm the entry on M15? Market structure shift around that level. If price breaks that, then I'm gonna be looking at entering the buy move according to M15. This will be my first TP. If it breaks that level, then I can hold it to that level all the way up there. Alright, so now I wait for price to break that level for me to make my entry. Let me have some confirmation right here. According to CCI, it's been a while since I've used CCI and RSI. Let's check it out. Yeah, we are oversold. We are oversold according to RSI and CCI. So that also confirms why we need to buy. So let's go back to our moving average. Price is still looking at closing above our 10 MA. But that's not the very signal that I need. I need price to give me a change of character. Yeah, if it closes above my 10 MA, I'm gonna enter. If this current candle closes above my 10 MA, I'm gonna be entering buys, and I'll have my stop loss all the way down below here. Yeah, this is a risky entry I'm gonna take on this kind of a trade. Why? Because of the support that of the level that we are on, which is a support. That's why I'm going to be looking at entering immediately when price gives me, and when price closes above, that 10 MA. All right, so what can we do now? We wait for this to happen. Alright, so we wait for V75 M15 current M15 candle to close above our 10 MA, and then we make our entry for the buys to push us all the way up there as our first TP, and our stop loss is going to be here, meaning we'll be looking at a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, right about there. That's what I'll be waiting for. So for now, I wait for this current M15 candle to close. Clearly, the previous candle, you can see the rejection coming in from buyers and how it closed. It shows you we are bullish. I don't know why I'm not even entering. Let me keep calm. Let me keep calm and wait for that candle to close. If it closes above, I'm in business. If it fails, then I wait for even a better entry. But for now, that's what I'm seeing on V75. I'm seeing buys. Unless if H1 closes below this level. Unless if H1 closes below this support. If H1 candle closes below that, then we look at selling all the way to this level. If H1 closes below this support, you can clearly see all these candles fail to close below. But if it decides to close below it, then we look for this drop sell to this order block that was never mitigated, and then we wait for the big swing buy to that level. So for now, that's it. Let me leave it on M15 and we wait. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now one more asset that we analyzed yesterday, which is Jump 10. This is a time I welcome other assets that you guys want us to analyze, whether it is a Forex pair, whether it is any other asset, as long as it is tradable on our broker Delive, then we can analyze it. So ladies and gentlemen, start to send in your assets, the assets that you want us to analyze, and of course, as we analyze Jump 10, I'll be expecting those assets to come through as bonus assets that we can analyze before we can call it a day. All right, Jump 10. This was the trade that I was supposed to give to my VIPs, but I just moved out of the chart. I was waiting for it right there to be above my 10 MA, and then before I could enter, I moved out of the chart for like 30 minutes, and then I came back. It had left me. Yeah, but that was something that we were waiting for. Those who remember yesterday, or those who were here, you remember I gave you this very analysis that we will be looking for the buy move. Look at that trade. That would have been a good trade. My TP was here, of course. This was my TP that I was waiting for. That was the TP I was waiting for. All right, so enough of all that. Let's now talk about how the day closed yesterday, starting with the daily time frame. Let's look at how it happened. So I told you the buy move, or if it breaks down below here, we wait for the pullback and then we continue with the sell. So it did not actually break down, it started to go into the buys. So yesterday closed with a rejection coming in from buyers. That is a good thing, and today has started as a strong bullish day. Perfect. So what are we seeing currently? We're seeing buyers taking shape, actually pushing price. So this is our current, according to H4, this is our current lower low. Remember, this is where we saw a change of character to the downside. So according to H4, we are bearish. That means for us to consider bullish on H4, we have to wait for something like this, and then like that, and then entry of the bulls right about there. So why would I anticipate something like this? Because normally when we start to buy, when we have a change of character, price comes a little bit down below to do what we call liquidity sweep down below here on the previous low, on the previous lows there. It drops down to do the liquidity sweep and then later moves massively to the other side. So that will be your entry. But this is way too early to show you this, but that is how you want to wait for an A+ kind of setup on an asset like this. So what are we going to do now? What are we going to do now? We are going to look for a sell. Why? Because this is our lower low, this is our lower high. Has it finished creating it? Maybe, maybe not. I can have this right about here, because price can actually look for that level, So let's go to H1. Let's look at H1. What are we seeing? We have our change of character to the upside according to H1, and we have our higher high. So price is likely going to drop all the way back to this order block that initiated this buy move according to H1, and then we can look at entering buys to take us all the way up there. So that means according to M15 we are selling. That is a simple ideology that we can have right now as we speak. We are going to be looking at a sell. We are going to be looking at a sell. All right, hopefully so let's look at this. So this was our higher high, higher low, higher high, then price came here, broke that level, which is weird. So it's all weird here. So we are still not sure for the sell. We are still very bullish, guys. We are still very bullish on this asset. So you don't want to look for any sells yet until price has mitigated that order block right there for you to confirm the sell. So all I'm gonna wait for is price to get back there, and then I look for the sell. If it breaks this level, then it's gonna drop, it's gonna continue to that H4 order block, and then we can look for sells from that level later. We can look for sells from that level later. So until then, no business. I need to wait for the sells right here. I need to wait for sells. That's what I'm gonna wait for. According to H1, it's a no-go. We have to be careful and patient. But I'm gonna trade this asset today. My focus is going to be on this asset today. This is gonna be my focus. I'm gonna trade this. I'm gonna trade this without fail. I'm gonna trade this without fail. This I'm gonna trade, and hopefully gold. Yeah, I'm gonna trade these two, gold and jump 10. I'm gonna trade these today. I'm gonna trade these today. So I don't know what you're trading today. Let me know in the comment section. Can you analyze US oil? US oil, welcome Emily Len. Let me look into it. US oil. Let me check if it is on the on the leave, then I will be able to analyze it. If it is not, I won't be able to analyze it. I have crude oil. I don't know. Can you check, Emily? Let me know which one. I see Brent oil, I see WTI, crude oil. So which one? This is what I have so far on this broker. I don't have the US oil. I have these that I can analyze for you. So let me know, Emily. Let me know which one you want. If that one is the other name of these, then I'll be able to analyze one of these. If it is not, that means I don't have it on this broker. That means we cannot analyze it. WTI, perfect. Let's analyze it. All right. Let's start from all the way to the weekly time frame. WTI, it's crazy. We have a support. So from there, this was our change of character to the upside, right about there. This was our support down below here, so for you guys to understand. Then we got our very first higher high, dropped here for a higher low, failed to break the higher high here, then dropped for this move. Can we look at that? And came all the way to the discount zone. Now it's trying to go for the uptrend, but this was a confirmation that we are looking for the buys now. Right here, this was our change of character or market structure shift, MSS. That is our MSS weekly here for the upward, but then failed to give us a new higher high. But it had to look for liquidity left down all the way back here. You can see the order block. You can clearly see the order block where this buy move started from has not been mitigated. So price may actually first look at returning back to that order block. Price may first look at returning back to that order block before we actually see buyers come again massively. Now, we have 2 points of interest the price may react back to before we see the buys come in strongly again to actually look for a new higher high. That is that level and the support level where this order block is. You can clearly see that. So that's what I'm going to be looking at. But that means if price has not mitigated this order block and that means we are currently going to be looking at price dropping for the sales. Perfect. That's clear enough for us to understand. In fact, if we are going in the details, you will clearly see that when price gave us this market structure shift, gave us a higher high, then dropped down below here to give us a higher low, then went ahead to look for a new higher high, failed, gave us just a high, then on coming back gave a change of character or a market structure shift to the downside. So one may argue and say this is our current lower low, this is our current lower high, so price is looking at dropping to look for a new lower low. But all this is likely going to be considered as an internal structure for us to try. All right, perfect. Now let's go into the daily time from now that we've seen the weekly time from how it is. All right, remember this is our drop market structure shift for the sales on a weekly time frame, and yeah, we are selling. We are going to be looking at sales. So yesterday closed as a strong sell day, and we have started even this day as strong. You can see the rejection coming in from sellers to push down price. that's very clear for us to see and remember. First remove that, we don't need it. We have our strong resistance up there. We have change of character right there. This is our current lower low on daily time, on a weekly time frame. This is our lower high, so we can consider this as another level the price may react on. All the way right there, it has mitigated it, so we can consider selling today. Let's now drop to H4. Let's drop to H4. What are we seeing? All right, okay, that order block on H4 was never mitigated, so are we going to see price first go for that order block because it has mitigated the daily one? It has mitigated the daily order block. Has mitigated the daily order block. Has mitigated the daily order block. This is the H4 order block I'm talking about right here. On that lower high, according to weekly time frame, this order block of H4 is not mitigated yet. This is the daily. If price goes above our 10 MA, it means price is going to look for that. But now I don't want to give you the what is it called? I don't want to give you an assumption. Let's look into facts that actually price is going to go there. I don't want to give you the assumption. Now, if price breaks that level here, we are dropping for sell. Fact. That is a fact. If price breaks this level right here, this is a conference area. Price has been reacting on it so many times. You can clearly see there, here. So price breaking this level right here and closing below it gives you an indication we are dropping massively to drop all the way back to the same level down below here to that conference area. That is the indication. Now, if price goes above a 10 MA, now this here, one may argue and say this is a change of character to the downside or market structure shift to the downside according to H4. That is a higher high, higher low here, then tries to go for a new higher high, fails, then drops to give us a change of character right about there, but meets this conference area which is tending to become a support, and now price is looking at is being rejected, somehow rejected on that level. So we cannot say right now anything but only to wait according to H4 for this drop either or for the reaction here to push price back until it breaks that level for this other move to mitigate the order block down up there. So what I can say right now is that price is likely to consolidate within these two levels, for now, until it either breaks or until it breaks down below here. So as I say, as we can all see, we are currently in this range, the range there, the range here, according to H4. Yeah, we are in this range. We are in that range. So Emily, if you're still there, price is currently consolidating. But I've told you, if it does dare break that and closes below, according to H4, closes below this, you are looking at selling this asset. Your first TP, of course, as you already know, this will be your first TP right about there. The second TP all the way down below here. If it breaks, if it closes below this level, this current H4. This current H4 is going to close around 3 p.m. Ugandan time, East African time. Yeah, but you can see it is massively selling. I told you the reason why it is selling, because of this, giving us this change of character to the downside on H4. That's why it is looking at this drop sell. So, but we cannot guarantee that it's actually going to close below it. We have to be patient, because it might actually be like this, closes with a long wick, rejection coming in from buyers right here. So you have to be just careful and wait. If I go to H1, same thing. If I go to M15, M15 is very clear. It's very clear. This is a break of structure giving us a lower low, lower high. Now it's looking for a new lower low down below here. So either way, I have to be patient if I was trading this asset. This is crude oil. This is crude oil. So for now, I'm gonna leave it on H4. I'm gonna leave it on H4 and wait for this H4 to close before I can make a decision. If it does, yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for this candle to close. I'm gonna wait for this candle to close. That's it, Emily. I hope you've picked up one or two things. We are looking at selling. That's a general trend. We are looking at selling. Generally, we are looking at selling. But I've told you, daily has already mitigated the order block here, but H4 is not clear. It has not mitigated that previous H4 order block. That's why I'm saying I cannot sell now, because it might play around here and then first goes up to mitigate that H4 order block before we see the sells come in strongly for the swing sell all the way down below. So that's why I'm gonna be patient for now. But if it dares, if this current H4 closes below this conference area zone, then I'm gonna be selling it without wasting time. That would be confirming the daily move, the daily time frame move right there. It will be confirming this move here. That means it will not be looking at H4 going back to mitigate that order block there. We'll be looking at daily time frame dropping massively to come to this other level. So for now, that's it. That's it. Oh yes, Emily, you can actually, it is let me just put a squeeze back. You'll be able to see it as we actually get into the recap and we call it a day. All right, so my number is gonna be right on the screen as you will be looking at it for the recap. So ladies and gentlemen, that has been today's assets. Let's now look into the recap on all the assets that we've talked about, and then we can call it a day. We have about 2 minutes remaining to call it a day. All right, so we started with gold. I told you I'm waiting for, I was looking for this buy move, and it has seemingly been a fake breakout down below here. So I'm just gonna look at this for now. This is M5. Let me see M15. I think I'm gonna sell this asset. I am going to sell this asset to this level. I'm gonna sell gold. It's likely going to be a scalp trade. I will have this tight stop loss. My TP is gonna be a 1 to 3, or let me just make it a 1 to 4, right about there. That's gonna be my TP right about there. Let me look at it on M5. Let me wait for this M5 to close, then we enter it together. Guys, we are entering a sell. We are entering a sell together. We are going to enter a sell together on the next M5. I think it has started. I think it has started. Yep, I'm selling right about now, and I am going to have a tight stop loss. Like I've told you right there. I don't want to risk beyond that, and I'm gonna look at this TP right about here, right about there. Most of the times I tell you guys to aim for a 1 to 2 so that you move out quickly, and then you can, if it goes to a 1 to 2 or a 1 to 1, I'll be breaking even. That's how I trade. If it moves to a 1 to 1, I'll break even and wait for it to continue and keep trailing my SL. So that's how I'm gonna trade gold today. Yeah, that's it. I've entered my entry on gold. I've made my entry on gold right about there, and I'm risking that much. I'm risking that much for this trade. I hope you've Emily, I hope you've seen the WhatsApp number on the screen. I don't know if you were able to see it. Apologies, I went into the analysis. Yeah, you're able to see it, I believe so. Perfect. So now that was gold, I'm looking for this, the general. If you want the whole analysis, you will have to wait for the stream to end and then look at the previous the whole analysis of gold, what we are anticipating today. Then we also talked about Boom 1000. We talked about Boom 1000, and I told you we are looking at sales today. We are looking at sales today, but not yet ready. But I'll be looking for sales later. Sales to come back here according to H4 to look for the new low right here. This is our current low on H4. We will be waiting for the new low down below. So creation of a new low here, that's what we will be capitalizing on for that kind of a sell today. Then Volatility 75, Volatility 75, this is what, yeah, the pullback is failing. I told you if this H1 closes below this, we are looking for the sell. So let me first delete that. I told you if the H1 closes below this here, this sell is continuing. So I might not trade this asset at all. It's gonna be very short, but it might be rewarding depending on the market. It might be rewarding, but for now I'm gonna be waiting for this H1 to close below this level. That means we can continue with it on sells according to M15. So for now, no business. I will leave it at H1. Let's now go to jump 10. We analyze also jump 10, and I told you it's crazy, but I'm likely going to trade it today. I'm looking at also sells. Why am I looking for sales? I'm going to be anticipating this pullback, which will be like a liquidity sweep move that I will be anticipating, but only and only if it fails to break above this level, then I can drop with it with a sell, or it reacts all the way up there, then I look for the sell. So until then, I have to be patient to wait for this move. For now, I cannot enter the buy. Because it is very near to the level where I want to enter my sales from. So that's why I have to be patient with it until it gives me what I need. So that's it. And then lastly, we analyzed crude oil. And according to Emily, she trades it. So we're going to be waiting for price to break this level according to H4. If it breaks and closes below it, then we will be looking at selling it all the way to swing it all the way down below according to H4 and daily time frame and actually weekly. But if it fails to close below this level, we will be looking at it going back and forth and probably even go ahead to mitigate this H4 order block that was never mitigated around here. That is the H4 order block right here. It was never mitigated. Price may look at first mitigating it before it drops massively for the sell. But if it breaks down below here, if it breaks this conference area and closes below it, then the sell is going to continue and you can enter your sells and have your stop loss just above here as your kind of risk. So that's it. I hope you had a great time. We'll be back here tomorrow the same time, 10:30 to 11:30 East African time. Emily saying, how about silver? That is silver. Emily, our time is fast spent. Hopefully you can come again tomorrow, then we can analyze it together, but our time is fast spent. We are so far 5 minutes past our usual time, so I'll be analyzing silver for you tomorrow. You can come around, remind me of that, and then we can also look into it for you. Otherwise, I want to wish every one of you guys a happy trading day. Please, if you haven't subscribed, make it a point to subscribe. It helps us a lot to continue doing what I do, and of course trading with you guys live. These are live markets. We are not doing the previous week's market. No, we are doing the live markets, and just like I told you, we entered this gold. We are in the live market as we speak. We've entered this gold together. Hopefully we can make this money together according to what I've told you about. All right, let me wish you guys a good day. See you tomorrow same time. Bye bye.